Street fight. Craziest thing I've ever heard.
Unreal. Oh boy.
Wait a minute. Dean Ambrose, stop it.
This is the RMSS show, and you're watching this live.
Please stop the beast. Oh, no.
Dean Ambrose just asks, oh boy. Oh. Okay. Dean Ambrose just asked Brock Lesnar for a no-holds-barred street fight at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, Texas. Dean Ambrose just got his ass kicked earlier today as he entered the arena to see to come to Raw.
Accepts your challenge.
I like this. He's awesome. Only in the RMSS show do you see live shit like this. Alright, hey, listen. I'm your host, the Machine 2.0. I'm Devrell Davis. Let's lower this down a little bit. Okay. February 22nd, sorry. Raw. Awesome. Start off with a bang. We're going to get into that. A few things I want to touch on before that. Last night, Fastlane. I didn't do my review yet. I waited for to let this kick in, marinate a little bit, and see how I feel about it, and tell you a little bit about it. Usually I'll just do it directly after the show, but wasn't really, to me, Fastlane was an overglorified Raw. A lot of good wrestling was done in that, but as far as anything changing in the status quo of WWE, nothing changed. No title change hands that day. No heel turns on either, well, we expected either Ambrose or Reigns, but with Raw, we kind of figure out why that didn't happen. No Wyatt family interference in the main match. No Wyatt family win at all. No Bray Wyatt involvement in anything related to Fastlane. Quite surprising for a person that's supposed to be one of the top heels in the company. But a lot of questions that we had after Fastlane was answered later on tonight. Well, the next day, which is today, right now, Monday Night Raw. So I'm gonna put you up to speed with that. Let me give you a quick review of Fastlane. Predictions were pretty much on point. Kenny V was here, but he's not here right now. But Kenny V was here, and he made his predictions along with me. And his predictions were pretty much on point. He predicted Kalisto. I predicted Del Rio. We had Sasha and Becky, which is phenomenal that they opened the show with a female match, which is rare. I don't remember the last time that they literally tired. I'm always tired every video. Wake up every day at 4, you'll be tired like me. But they literally opened the show with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks beating Team Bad, what's left of Team Bad. And to me, I think that was a good segment, good gesture. I felt it was this is the heaviest female show they had in a while, because they had 2 female matches. But it was a good match. I mean, they did the best they could do out there. Of course, we predicted Sasha and Becky going over Team Bad. Match number 2, KO Dolph Ziggler. We both predicted KO. Didn't see him only having a title reign of 6 days, and I think that was a good match. Then they went to Brie versus Charlotte. We was hoping Brie, but there's no way Brie needs to hold that title. She sucks in the ring, and Charlotte won. I predicted Charlotte outright. Kenny V predicted Charlotte with DQ. What else? The Ryback, Kane, Big Show over the Wyatts. It is what it is. Whatever. We predicted that down, correctly. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. Anyway, the only thing I got wrong besides Kalisto was I said Ambrose. I guess because more, that's what I wanted. But I said gun to my head, Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns won. Just definitely had a feeling that will actually be the case. And if anybody have any type of coffee for me to drink, please mail it to me in Queens, New York, because I need some coffee because I'm dead tired. But what else here? I mean, if I was gonna rate, it's a B-rated pay-per-view, and they treated it like a B-rated pay-per-view. And basically, if I had to give it a letter rating, I'll give it a C. The wrestling was great. I mean, actually, the main event match was great. It was good to great in my opinion. It was pretty decent. Few bumps, great spot with that suplex, with two-man suplex that Brock Lesnar did, and he's just an animal. He's just an animal. I like how they put him through 2 tables and he still came back and almost won the match. Didn't get the ending, the fact that Brock got hit with a chair like 5 times, Roman 3 times. Roman immediately gets up and Superman punches Ambrose or spear him or whatever he did to win the match. And speared him actually, and I just didn't get it. I didn't see how that's made sense for a win. 2 dumb segments took place, which then, in my opinion, were just real fillers. All right, I got the New Day situation. New Day coming on the show with Christian and Edge, and you know, all right, great, because they need to be there because they're great talkers. Didn't understand why they had League of Nations out there. Is that a possible storyline that's going to take place? I think so, and I could care less, to be honest with you. Then the good old social outcasts. It was, I think Curtis Axel faced off. Curtis Axel faced off with, and I'm wait, hold on, before I even get there. I think this is going to be my gimmick. The yawning and the glasses is going to be my gimmick, because I yawn so damn much in these videos. I don't know if I'm boring myself, but anyway. I like Bubba on the mic. But going back to what I was saying, you know, it's just, if I had to give it a rating, I'll give it a C. Great match, few great matches. The segment with Social Outcast and R did not need to take place, but I guess they had to fill time because they was going too fast through the matches. So they did that, and it's in the past and it's history. Let's fast forward to today and what's going on now. Okay, big news. As soon as the show started, they're giving out the very hyped Vincent J. McMahon Award for legacy in the business of wrestling. I was so surprised when they gave it to. Well, I mean, Vince came out, and I was like, all right, they're taking this thing seriously. They're going to give it to a big, legit name. But I didn't know they had an angle behind it, and they gave it to Stephanie McMahon. With Stephanie McMahon getting it, that brought out Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon came out, confronted the 2 of them. Crowd went bananas. What a pop. One of the biggest pops I heard in a while. All right? Vinnie Mac, they pretty much was cheering Vinnie Mac. He's been gone for 6-7 years. They was cheering Vinnie Mac for a good 10-15 minutes, and well deserved. Supposedly he's coming back to save the WWE, and that is much needed, and that is what's best for business. Vinnie Mac told Stephanie she's not deserving of the award, which the whole arena agreed with him, and pretty much laid on her some news that she wasn't aware of, and they're not making it really known what the news is. speculative. You go to, if that's a word, speculative. It seems like he owns a certain percentage of WWE that Stephanie doesn't own and not aware of. So anyway, long story short, Vince asks Shane for one match, everything on the line. He gets everything that Shane is holding over Vince. He gets that back. If he loses to an opponent that Vince pick, and the place and the time that they are supposed to fight. Shane agrees. Vince reveals to Shane that, all right, yeah, the time and the place will be at WrestleMania. The person that he's going to be fighting is bigger than his ego. So, okay, you're thinking it's a big guy. And rightfully so, it is a big guy. The biggest guy of them all. The Undertaker. The biggest name in the business. So, hence, two birds killed with one stone. Taker has a opponent for Mania. His homecoming in his home state. And Shane O'Mac is back fighting for the company. Already have an angle. He's here back with an opponent himself. Rumors were that Taker was going to be fighting somebody that's not on the roster right now. I broke this news to you a show ago. He would be fighting somebody that's not on the roster, but somebody that's legendary. Totally blew my freaking mind that it was Shane O'Mac. Last person on this, we had Goldberg, we had Sting, we had whoever, but we did not have Shane O'Mac, and that was finally WWE does. I would have rather a better opponent for Taker, but the pure fact that it's something that unexpected to 10th degree and that they pulled it off, I'm 100% okay with this. And in a way, I felt they made up for last night, the no heel turns, the no Bray Wyatt interference, the obvious things that was expected, even though the obvious happened last night and the predictability last night was pretty much pretty much standard WWE chickening out and going with the status quo. Even though some predictable things that we thought would take place, like Bray Wyatt, the heel turn, all that stuff, didn't take place, we would have been more satisfied with that because it's definitely a change of pace. And that type of predictability is way better than just having the same status quo BS just taking place all over, and it being just a glorified Raw more so than a big major pay-per-view event. Basically, the Shane versus Undertaker probably won't be a great match because, Shane's been out the ring for 7 years. Taker needs to be carried for the most part throughout most of his matches with a better opponent. What do I see happening with that? Well, wait for my prediction show for Mania. Other than that, I can see another angle taking place. I could see it being maybe Taker siding with Shane and screwing over Vince and not fighting for Vince and being like, hey, you run Raw, because that's all Shane wanted. Shane wanted to run Raw. If he runs Raw, he runs the company, because Raw is the veins, the backbone, the heart, the brains of the business. And that's what Shane is fighting for. So, go for it, Shane. Get Raw. Take it away from Triple H. Take it away from Stephanie McMahon. Move. Progress. Get this thing rolling and give us a better showing. Okay, moving on. Earlier today, Brock Lesnar's opponent is chosen. Well, you've seen it. Ambrose. He pretty much asked Brock to fight him. I was going to break that news beforehand, but it's already broken. Brock would be facing Dean Ambrose. No Bray Wyatt. Who the hell is Bray Wyatt going to be fighting? It was made sense. So like that whole Rumble thing was all for nothing. I'm lost. But in a way, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Because Bray was going to job to Brock anyway. Dean more than likely is going to job to Brock also. But it's different. I didn't expect it either. So I'm okay with that. What's funny, I was going to speak on this till this Shane O'Mac situation took place. The WrestleMania poster that came out. This is how I knew, it came out like the night before, something like that. And, you know, of course, things get leaked by the WWE every now and then, by the employees or whatever. But anyway, WrestleMania poster had Triple H and Roman Reigns in one corner, Taker and Cena. So I was like, all right, got that. Triple H, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns going to win tonight. Whatever. Down here we have Cena, Taker. I'm like, all right, who is Taker going to fight? He's not going to fight Braun Strowman. He's not going to fight Big Show. He's not going to fight Kane. Who the hell could he fight? He's not going to fight Kevin Owens. So Cena, if Cena comes back from the 6-month shoulder surgery, come back only in 3 months, he is Superman. He's in the gym working out. He's way ahead of schedule. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But then, hence, tonight, Shane O'Mac is back. And he's back. He's fighting Taker in Hell in a Cell. Amazing. So now, it looks like a lot of these matches have stipulations in it so far. And the WWE WrestleMania 32 card is starting to take place. Triple H, Reigns, regular match for the title. Taker, Shane O'Mac, Hell in a Cell, Taker's backyard. Brock, Ambrose, street fight. So, I'm like, all right. A lot of, it's really taking place. It's really taking shape, of course. There's a lot more matches to put in the card and everything like that. They might do, something with AJ Styles, something with Jericho. They have to do something with Bray Wyatt. They have to do something with, with these guys. So I'm like, all right, what are you going to do? And it look like it's taking place right now. Another note, also talking about WrestleMania. They also talk about WrestleMania. They're talking about the Hall of Fame. Announcement made earlier today that The Godfather, also known as Papa Shango, back in the early 90s, is going into the Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. This guy paid his dues, been in the company for years. Been a good friend of Taker. Taker vouched for him to get him into the WWE. Makes sense. I think it's a good choice to go along with Sting. Few mid-carders to go along with the Icon Sting, and I think that's a good choice. Godfather held the IC title. He had the whole train. He had all his other gimmicks. He had a million gimmicks. A lot of people don't remember that he's Papa Shango. So, yeah. So that's the case right now. So, tell us what you think. If we could talk a little bit more about Fastlane. We could talk about, whatever. But I'm going to keep this short because I'm going to go watch. Hopefully this show doesn't go downhill like it did last week and ended with, the ride back and then Kane and Big Show and all that stuff. But hopefully it ends with a bang again. And like I said, like they kind of made up for last night's snore fest. I was yawning last night. Is that anything different than norm? So anyway, let's hope they keep our fingers crossed. Hope they go out with a bang. I'm going to do Promo Kings at the end of Raw tonight. Give you a little review again. Is there anything I'm missing? Oh, look out for my fitness channel. I'm just going to bring it. And I'm going to bring these guns right there too. So look out for my fitness channel, Gym Nerds. I'll be wearing this. I'll be teaching you how to get these. Okay? I'm the Machine 2.0. If you have any comments, anything you want to access, put it down in the bottom. If you want to email us at rmssshow@gmail.com, rmssshow@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on Instagram, follow us at the Rumblemania Slam Survivor Show. The Rumblemania Slam Survivor Show, written all the way out. All right? Like and subscribe. All right? Have a good night. I'm about to see what AJ Styles is about to talk about. I'll let this go off now. Peace.